Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? This is Kev Brown, Create Your Life series, Vallejo edition. We're here in front of my old stomping grounds, the Continentals of Omega Boys and Girls Club. This was a very important piece of my foundation growing up, this building here, this club. I definitely learned the importance of academics and athletics and different types of trainings and keystone leadership and smart moves here, and especially some critical thinking skills as well. So I owe a lot to this place, so I definitely had to shoot here while I'm here in town. Today's episode, we're going to talk about being your authentic self. Why is it so important for us to be ourselves? Well, because everybody else is taken. You know, that's a quote from Oscar Wilde, which is, you know, resonates with me over and over again. But also, one of my mentors, Marie Dutton Brown, actually told me a long time ago. She said sometimes, you know, while people are on the road to creating the life that they want or trying to become something that they think is ideal, they sometimes imitate others. But life is a marathon. So therefore, you can't run this race trying to be someone else. Think about that. You can't run this race. You can't compete and run this marathon trying to be somebody else. It's a long distance run. So I definitely think that this is very important. This is a huge staple, and one of my favorite analogies is that man versus machine. See, man, each one of us is made individually. You have different skin complexions, different eye colors, different likes, tastes, things that we appreciate. And machines, kind of like computers or, you know, cars and things like that, they could be made exactly to a T, the exact same to a T. So we have this different individuality about all of us, and it's very important for us to let our light shine on everybody else. You know, we have so much to offer to the world, but sometimes we get bogged down thinking that we want to be like someone else, or we try to imitate somebody else. And we might try to imitate that person to a T and then actually end up losing our own identity because we're trying to be someone else. Well, guess what? It's okay for us to stay in our own lane and for us to be who we are. I think that being yourself is one of the most rewarding things that you can do, because if you're trying to be someone else and you want people to like you and you want people to love you, well, they would be loving something that's not exactly you. I would have to say that a good rule of thumb whenever trying to figure out if you're being your authentic self is to ask yourself, would I do this particular action or like this particular thing if I was alone versus if I have peers around me who are kind of clouding my judgment? That's one terrific way to judge whether or not you're being authentic. One other thing that I think is very important about being authentic is actually following your own ideas or your own creativity. Allowing yourself to be you actually fuels your creativity and fuels who you are as a person. It re-energizes you. So I'll share an example with you. When I was in high school, I thought that it was a great idea to come up with a record label in mockery of another company that actually existed. And so some friends and I, we got together and we created a record label, and we just walked around the school and said that we were a particular record label, and all of the people said that all of our peers said that we were silly and immature and this, that, and the other. And so me being rebellious as I am, I said, hey, I don't care, it's fine. We're gonna keep doing it, because I was really good at motivating my friends to do this. And so the name of our record label was Bankrupt Records. And so we were walking around saying, hey, Bankrupt Records, and they was like, why is your company called Bankrupt? We like, because we don't have no money. And so it was just a little funny thing. And then we were receiving all of this hate, this negative energy, but we stuck to it. And probably about a week or two later, the entire school started doing the exact same thing. Everybody had a record label, and everybody was walking around in their different cliques and stuff like that. And I'm thinking to myself, but you guys were hating on this idea that I came up with just a couple weeks ago. So what did I learn from that? I learned that either people are going to jump on your idea or they're not. But in actuality, if you continue doing what you're supposed to be doing and it's a good enough thing and you believe in it, then they're actually going to hop on board sooner or later, because they're not going to have a choice. So this is Kevin Brown, really, really, really encouraging you to be yourself, and despite anything else, to be true to yourself and do what it is that you want to do, because you're on a journey to create the life that you want. And you'll get the life that you want by being authentic and being authentic with yourself. This is Kev Brown, Create Your Life series, Vallejo edition. I'm out.